So you're thinking about maybe hiring an investment consultant.
Yeah.
Big decision, right?
Definitely can be a little intimidating for some folks, too.
Absolutely, and maybe a little intimidating, yeah, for sure. But no worries. Today, we're going to unpack everything you need to know about navigating this whole world of investment consultants.
That's right.
We've got a great overview lined up, breaking down exactly what these financial gurus do, the different types out there, the pros, the cons of working with them.
Yep.
But most importantly, we'll give you the tools to figure out if hiring one is even right for you.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, how to choose that perfect fit.
It's kind of like having a personal trainer,
Okay,
but for your money.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is an investment consultant?
Well, at their core, they're financial experts who provide advice and services to individuals and organizations on how to effectively manage their investments.
Okay.
We're talking about creating customized strategies that are aligned with your financial goals, your risk tolerance, and your time horizon.
So it's more than just picking stocks.
Oh, yeah.
It's about crafting a personalized roadmap to reach your financial destination.
Exactly.
But is it really possible to create a truly personalized plan?
Yeah.
How do consultants handle the unique needs of each client?
Well, that's where their expertise comes in.
Right.
They take a deep dive into your financial situation, understand your goals, and then they use their knowledge of the market's investment strategies and various financial instruments to build a plan that's tailored just for you.
Speaking of crafting that perfect portfolio,
Yeah.
let's talk about what goes into building an investment strategy.
Sure.
Our source material highlights some key roles and functions that investment consultants play.
Absolutely. One of the core functions is portfolio construction and strategy development.
Okay.
They'll help you determine your investment game plan, whether you're looking for aggressive growth, steady income, or capital preservation.
So they kind of help you figure out what kind of investor you are
Exactly.
and what you're hoping to achieve.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But
Yeah.
there's more to it than just deciding on a general approach, right?
You're right. They get into the nitty-gritty of asset allocation, which is deciding how much of your portfolio to put into different asset classes like stocks, bonds, real estate, and so on.
Okay.
This is like a chef carefully selecting ingredients for a recipe.
Yeah.
It's about finding the right mix to achieve the desired flavor, or in this case, financial outcome.
Now, I might think I can pick stocks myself,
Uh-huh.
but I've heard that professional consultants often have access to exclusive research and predictive models.
Right.
Can you shed some light on this? What does institutional grade research really mean?
That's a great question. You're right. They do have access to resources that the average investor wouldn't.
Okay.
We're talking about sophisticated databases, analytical tools, and in-depth market research that can provide a significant edge.
Wow.
It's like having a team of financial detectives working behind the scenes, uncovering opportunities and potential risks that you might miss on your own.
Okay, so they're bringing some serious firepower to the table. This all sounds pretty intense,
Uh-huh.
but it also brings up the question of risk. I have a feeling this is where things get interesting.
Well, managing risk is absolutely crucial in investing.
Okay.
A good consultant will not only help you understand the potential ups and downs of different investments, but also guide you on how to mitigate those risks.
So more than just basic diversification.
Exactly. Think about hedging strategies or alternative investments that can protect your portfolio during a downturn.
Okay.
These are things a good consultant will bring to the table, for example. They might suggest diversifying your portfolio across different asset classes, industries, and geographic regions.
Got it.
They might also recommend specific strategies like using options or futures contracts to hedge against potential losses.
That makes sense. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and then watch the market crack them all at once.
Exactly.
So besides portfolio construction and risk management, what are some other key functions they handle?
Well, manager selection and due diligence are crucial. This is where they act like talent scouts, helping you choose the right mutual funds, hedge funds, or other external managers to handle specific parts of your portfolio.
Okay.
They'll vet these managers carefully, making sure they have a solid track record and are aligned with your investment goals.
So they're not just giving advice, they're actually helping you build a whole team of financial experts.
That's right.
That's impressive. What about keeping track of how everything's performing?
Well, performance measurement and reporting are essential. Your consultant will track how your portfolio is doing compared to benchmarks, provide regular reports, and keep things transparent so you always know what's going on.
Okay.
It's like having regular checkups for your investments, making sure everything is on track and adjustments are made as needed.
That's reassuring. I imagine regulatory and compliance guidance is also a big part of what they do.
Yeah,
It's not the most exciting topic,
right.
but probably essential.
It's absolutely vital. Navigating the legal and tax implications of investing can be complex, and a good consultant will make sure you're on the right side of everything.
Okay.
They'll help you understand things like tax-efficient investing, estate planning, and other regulations that might impact your financial decisions.
And finally, there's education and communication.
Yes.
I have a feeling this is key to a successful consultant-client relationship.
You're absolutely right. A good consultant doesn't just tell you what to do, they empower you with knowledge.
Right.
They'll explain complex concepts in a way that makes sense so you can make informed decisions about your financial future.
Okay.
It's about building a true partnership where you understand the reasoning behind their recommendations and feel confident in the decisions being made.
That makes a lot of sense. Building that trust is so important.
It is.
I get that expertise is valuable, but let's be honest, investment consultants can be expensive.
They can be.
Is it really worth the cost for everyone? Or are there situations where DIY investing makes more sense?
You're right. Fees are a major consideration for someone with a smaller portfolio. The costs might outweigh the benefits, but for those with larger sums to invest, or who lack the time or confidence to manage their own money,
Yeah.
a consultant can be a game changer. It's about finding the right balance.
That makes sense. You wouldn't hire a personal chef if you only cook once a week.
Right.
Speaking of different needs, I understand there are different types of investment consultants.
There are.
Our source breaks it down into 4 main categories. Let's
Yeah.
unpack those.
Sure, let's start with independent investment consultants.
Okay.
These are the folks who aren't tied to any specific financial institution.
So they're free to offer truly unbiased advice
Exactly.
without pushing any particular products.
That's right. They're fiduciaries, which means they're legally obligated to act in your best interest. This can be a huge advantage, especially if you're wary of potential conflicts of interest.
That sounds promising. Then there are institutional investment consultants who I imagine work with a different clientele altogether.
You're right. They typically work with large institutions like pension funds, endowments, and insurance companies.
Okay.
They specialize in handling massive portfolios and have a deep understanding of the unique needs and regulations that come with institutional investing.
So not your typical individual investor walking in off the street.
Not usually. Then you have private wealth managers and consultants who cater to a more exclusive clientele.
Now we're talking the VIP treatment.
Pretty much. They work with high net worth individuals and families offering personalized white glove service and access to exclusive investment opportunities.
Okay.
They often handle a wide range of financial needs beyond investments like estate planning, tax optimization, and philanthropic advising.
It sounds like they become almost an extension of your family office.
Uh-huh.
And lastly, there are financial advisors with an investment consulting focus.
Yeah, these advisors provide a hybrid approach blending investment management with broader financial planning.
Okay.
They can help you with everything from budgeting and debt management to retirement planning and assurance.
So it's a one-stop shop.
Yes.
For all your financial needs, that could be really appealing for someone who wants a holistic approach.
Absolutely.
But how do you know if working with any kind of consultant is even right for you?
Right.
What are the potential benefits?
Well, as we've touched on, one of the biggest benefits is access to expertise and knowledge that you might not have yourself.
Okay.
They have a deep understanding of financial markets, investment strategies, and economic trends. They can help you make sense of complex information and guide you through volatile market conditions.
That's interesting. Is it really possible for them to stay ahead of the curve?
Yeah.
Markets can be unpredictable, even for the experts.
Of course, no one can predict the future with 100% accuracy, but they do have tools and resources that give them an edge.
Okay.
They have access to sophisticated research analytical tools and industry networks that can help them identify trends and opportunities that the average investor might miss.
You mentioned earlier that they can create customized investment solutions.
Right.
Can you give an example of how that might benefit someone?
Sure. We had a client who was hesitant about investing in international markets.
Okay.
Our consultant helped them understand the diversification benefits, and they ended up exceeding their portfolio goals. In another case, a client was approaching retirement and needed a strategy to generate income while preserving capital.
Okay.
The consultant crafted a plan using a mix of dividend-paying stocks, bonds, and annuities that met their specific needs.
So it's about tailoring the strategy to each person's individual circumstances and goals.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Another benefit, I imagine, is the time-saving aspect.
Absolutely. Managing investments can be incredibly time-consuming, especially if you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Think about all the hours you'd spend researching investments, staying up to date on market trends, analyzing data, rebalancing your portfolio.
I see your point.
A consultant takes all of that off your plate.
So you can focus on your job, your family, your hobbies, the things you actually enjoy.
Exactly.
That's a valuable benefit in itself.
Where?
What about the potential for objective, unbiased advice? Isn't that a major selling point, especially with independent consultants?
It's a significant advantage, especially if you're concerned about potential conflicts of interest.
Yeah.
An independent consultant is solely focused on your best interest. They're not pressured to sell you specific products or meet quotas for a particular financial institution.
Okay, so there are definitely some compelling reasons to work with an investment consultant.
There are.
But, I like to play devil's advocate a bit.
Right.
Let's be real. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
You are absolutely right. It's important to go into this with a realistic understanding of the potential drawbacks.
There are potential challenges and downsides to consider as well.
Yeah.
Starting with the most obvious one, fees and cost expertise doesn't come cheap.
Indeed, investment consultants can charge significant fees, which could be a flat fee, an hourly rate, or a percentage of the assets they manage for you.
Okay.
You need to understand their fee structure up front and factor that into your decision-making.
So ask those tough questions right away. Don't be shy. What are some other potential downsides to consider?
Well, even though independent consultants can offer more objective advice, there's still the potential for conflicts of interest.
Okay.
Some consultants might have relationships with certain investment firms or receive commissions for recommending specific products.
So how can you be sure your consultant is truly acting in your best interest? Are there any red flags to watch out for?
Transparency is key. Ask about any potential conflicts of interest up front. Don't be afraid to dig into their compensation structure and how they get paid. A trustworthy consultant will be open and honest about these things.
Good advice. It sounds like finding the right consultant is a bit like dating.
It is.
You need to ask the right questions and make sure you're compatible.
That's a great analogy. You need to feel comfortable with this person. Trust their judgment and believe they understand your needs and goals.
It might take some trial and error to find that perfect match. It's not always love at first sight.
Exactly. You might need to consult with a few different people before you find the right fit. Don't rush the process. Take your time, ask lots of questions, and trust your gut.
And remember, even if you find the perfect match, it's not a set it and forget it situation.
Right.
Ongoing monitoring and adjustment are crucial.
That's right. The markets are constantly changing. Your financial situation might evolve, and your goals might shift over time. A good consultant will help you navigate these changes and make adjustments to your portfolio as needed. It's an ongoing partnership that requires communication and collaboration from both sides.
So it's not just about handing over the reins and hoping for the best. You need to be an active participant in the process.
Absolutely. The more informed and engaged you are, the better the outcome will likely be.
Okay, so we've covered the good, the bad, and the potentially ugly.
We have.
Let's say someone's convinced and wants to start looking for an investment consultant. What are the steps they should take?
That's a great question. Let's break it down step by step. First and foremost, you need to define your goals and needs.
So don't just jump into it blindly. Do your homework first.
Exactly.
Figure out what you're hoping to achieve with your investments.
Exactly. Are you saving for retirement, buying a house, funding your children's education? What are your top financial priorities? Once you have a clear understanding of your goals, you can start looking for a consultant whose expertise aligns with those goals.
Makes sense. Once you know what you're looking for, what's the next step?
Check their credentials and experience. Look for certifications like Certified Investment Management Analyst, CI, or Chartered Financial Analyst, CFA, which indicate a high level of professional knowledge and adherence to ethical standards.
So it's like checking a doctor's qualifications before you schedule an appointment. You want someone who knows their stuff. Credentials matter.
Absolutely. And while you're checking those credentials, dig into their experience. What kind of clients have they worked with in the past? What's their track record? How long have they been in the industry?
Experience is always a good indicator, but experience isn't everything you also need to feel comfortable with the person you're working with.
Right. Remember that analogy we used earlier about dating? This is where that gut feeling comes in. Do you feel comfortable communicating with this person? Do you trust their judgment? Do you feel like they understand your needs and values?
It's about finding someone who's not only competent, but also compatible with your personality and communication style.
Yes.
Someone you can build a long-term relationship with.
Huh.
Because, let's be honest, talking about money can be really personal.
It is, and you want to make sure you're working with someone who respects that and makes you feel comfortable opening up about your financial situation and goals.
So find someone you can trust and who makes you feel confident. What else should someone consider when choosing a consultant?
Don't forget to understand their fees and compensation structure. Transparency is crucial here.
You're right. You need to know exactly how your consultant is getting paid to avoid any surprises down the line. Are they charging a flat fee, an hourly rate, or a percentage of your assets under management? Make sure you're comfortable with their fee structure before you commit.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to shop around and compare fees from different consultants. It's your money, and you deserve to know how it's being used.
Speaking of your money, it's important to evaluate a consultant's track record. And references, don't be shy about asking for proof of success.
Absolutely. What kind of results have they achieved for other clients? Ask for client testimonials or case studies that demonstrate their expertise and how they've helped others achieve their financial goals.
So it's about doing your due diligence and not just taking their word for it. Look for evidence that they can walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Exactly. Actions speak louder than words, especially when it comes to your financial future.
Okay, that's a lot of great information.
Yeah.
I'm feeling much more informed about investment consultants already.
Me too. It's been a great discussion.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought to ponder.
I'm intrigued. What's on your mind?
We've talked a lot about the technical aspects of investing.
Yeah.
Asset allocation, risk management, portfolio construction. But I think there's another layer to this that's equally important, if not more so.
I agree. There's definitely a human element to investing that often gets overlooked. It's not just about numbers and spreadsheets. It's about people's lives, their dreams, their aspirations.
Exactly. And that human element is all about your values, your beliefs, and your vision for the future.
It's about aligning your investments with your purpose, making sure your money is working towards something you believe in.
Precisely. So here's the question I want you to consider. How can you use your investments to not only grow your wealth, but also make a positive impact on the world?
That's a powerful question, and it's one that I think more and more investors are starting to grapple with. People are realizing that their money can be a force for good.
They're looking for ways to support causes they care about, to invest in companies that are making a difference, and to use their financial resources to create a better future for themselves and for everyone else.
And that brings us to a growing trend in the investment world, sustainable investing, also known as ESG investing.
ESG stands for?
Environmental,
Yeah.
social, and governance.
Got it.
It's about considering the impact of your investments on the environment, on society, and on corporate governance. It's about investing in companies that are doing good things for the planet and for people.
So it's not just about maximizing returns.
Right.
It's about aligning your portfolio with your values.
Exactly.
It's about making money while also making a positive impact.
Right. And I think this is where an investment consultant can play a really valuable role. They can help you navigate the complex world of sustainable investing and find opportunities that align with your specific values and goals.
That's right. There's a growing number of investment consultants who specialize in ESG investing.
Yeah.
They can provide guidance on everything from selecting sustainable mutual funds to investing directly in companies that are making a positive impact.
That's right.
So if you're looking for ways to use your money to make a difference in the world, this is definitely something to explore. Talk to your consultant about your values and see how they can help you align your investments with your desire to create positive change.
And remember, sustainable investing is not just about feeling good. It can also be a smart financial decisions. Studies have shown that companies with strong ESG practices often perform better in the long run.
That's right. They tend to be more resilient, more innovative, and better managed. They're often ahead of the curve when it comes to addressing environmental and social issues, which can translate into long-term financial success.
It's a win-win situation. You can invest in companies that are making a positive impact while also potentially boosting your returns.
Okay, so we've added another layer to our deep dive on investment consultants.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of aligning your investments with your values and exploring the world of sustainable investing.
We've gone from personal trainers for your money to potential change makers in the world.
I like that it's about recognizing that your money has power, and you can use that power to create a better future for yourself and for everyone else. It's a powerful concept and one that's gaining a lot of traction. People are realizing that they can use their investments to not only build wealth, but also create a better world. It's like
Absolutely.
taking that personalized roadmap we talked about earlier and adding another dimension to it, not just reaching your own financial destination, but helping to shape the landscape along the way.
Exactly. And it's not just about individual investors making a difference. Large institutions are increasingly incorporating ESG factors into their investment decisions as well.
So it's becoming a movement, a shift in how we think about the role of finance in society.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's about recognizing that finance isn't just about profits. It's about people to left the planet and building a sustainable future for all.
Well said. I think this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive into the world of investment consultants. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have from the basic definition of what they do to the various types of consultants and the pros and cons of working with them.
We've explored how to choose the right consultant, emphasizing the importance of finding someone who understands your needs, your goals, and your values.
And we've even touched on the growing trend of sustainable investing and how consultants can help you align your investments with your desire to make a positive impact.
It's been a fascinating journey, and I hope our listeners walking away with a newfound understanding of this complex but crucial field.
Absolutely. Our goal is to equip you with the knowledge and confidence to make informed decisions about your financial future.
Remember, this deep dive is just a starting point. It's up to you to continue your research, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions that align with your unique financial goals and circumstances.
And don't forget, investing always involves some level of risk. There are no guarantees in the market. But by working with a qualified and trustworthy investment consultant, you can potentially mitigate those risks and increase your chances of success.
It's like having a skilled navigator guiding you through the sometimes choppy waters of the financial markets. They can help you chart a course, avoid hidden reefs, and ultimately reach your desired destination.
That's a great analogy. And as we've learned today, finding the right consultant is crucial. It's about finding someone you trust, who understands your vision, and who can help you navigate the complexities of the financial world while keeping your values and goals front and center.
So as you continue your exploration of the investment world, remember the key takeaways from our deep dive. Define your goals, do your research, ask tough questions, and find a consultant who's the right fit for you.
And don't be afraid to embrace the idea of aligning your investments with your values. Your money can be a powerful force for good in the world.
Well said. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of investment consultants.
It's been a pleasure, always a fascinating topic to explore.
And thanks to you, our listener, for tuning in. We hope you found this information valuable and insightful. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep striving to make informed decisions that align with your goals and values.
On that note, we'll sign off for today.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, happy investing.
Yeah, it really is. It's a powerful concept and one that's gaining a lot of traction. People are realizing that they can use their investments to not only build wealth, but also to create a better world.
That's inspiring. It's like taking that personalized roadmap we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And adding another dimension to it, not just reaching your own financial destination, but helping to shape the landscape along the way.
Exactly. And it's not just about individual investors making a difference.
Right.
Large institutions are increasingly incorporating ESG factors into their investment decisions as well.
So it's becoming a movement, a shift in how we think about the role of finance in society.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's about recognizing that finance isn't just about profits. It's about people, the planet, and building a sustainable future for all.
Well said. I think this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive into the world of investment consultants.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, from the basic definition of what they do to the various types of consultants and the pros and cons of working with them.
We've explored how to choose the right consultant, emphasizing the importance of finding someone who understands your needs, your goals, and your values.
And we've even touched on the growing trend of sustainable investing and how consultants can help you align your investments with your desire to make a positive impact.
It's been a fascinating journey, and I hope our listeners are walking away with a newfound understanding of this complex but crucial field.
Absolutely. Our goal is to equip you with the knowledge and confidence to make informed decisions about your financial future.
Remember, this deep dive is just a starting point. It's up to you to continue your research, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions that align with your unique financial goals and circumstances.
And don't forget, investing always involves some level of risk.
Right.
There are no guarantees in the market, but by working with a qualified and trustworthy investment consultant,
Yeah.
you can potentially mitigate those risks and increase your chances of success.
It's like having a skilled navigator guiding you through sometimes the choppy waters of the financial markets.
Right?
They can help you chart a course, avoid hidden reefs, and ultimately reach your desired destination.
That's a great analogy, and as we've learned today, finding the right consultant is crucial.
Absolutely.
It's about finding someone you trust who understands your vision and who can help you navigate the complexities of the financial world while keeping your values and goals front and center.
So as you continue your exploration of the investment world, remember the key takeaways from our deep dive.
Yeah.
Define your goals, do your research, ask tough questions, and find a consultant who's the right fit for you.
And don't be afraid to embrace the idea of aligning your investments with your values.
Yeah.
Your money can be a powerful force for good in the world.
Well said. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of investment consultants.
It's been a pleasure. Always a fascinating topic to explore.
And thanks to you, our listener, for tuning in. We hope you found this information valuable and insightful. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep striving to make informed decisions that align with your goals and values.
On that note, we'll sign off for today.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, happy investing.